Welcome to Slash Bash, where today I am bringing you another Entitled Parents Reddit video. In our first story, the locked baby room. Let's jump right in. It was a day out with my family of 4, with my youngest being a breastfed 4-month-old. We were heading to have our lunch at the mall when my baby was still asleep. As luck would have it, the baby wakes up in the middle of lunch, so it's feeding time. So me and my baby head to the mall's baby room. The one that's nearest has only one room. I didn't have to wait long, but I definitely need some time to feed my fussy baby. So in I go and locked the door to the baby room. I had a hard time nursing my baby as she just woke up, cranky, hungry, and baby, bad combination. Once I had settled down and started to nurse my baby, I heard a woman outside the room. From the semi-transparent door, I saw a silhouette of a stroller. I thought to myself, no big deal, she can find another room at another part of this level. Oh boy, was I wrong to think they would just leave. The door was pushed hard and loud enough to jolt my baby from latching onto me. The baby started crying. Then I heard the entitled mother talking to her male companion, I would assume is her husband, saying that the door is locked. I can hear every word they said, but for some reason, they could not hear my baby crying. After they realized the door was locked, they knocked on the door. My baby is crying, so I did not bother to call out to them that I'm using the room. Big mistake. The entitled mother and her husband started discussing about the locked door. I did not bother to listen in, as I was trying to get my baby to calm down so that she would latch on and nurse. Then I heard the husband mumble a jumble of numbers to the entitled mother. I froze when he finished as I realized that those numbers sounded like a phone number. That entitled mother is calling the number for assistance that is plastered in front of the baby's room. Gosh, I was so pissed, I shouted out towards the door that I am using the room. My baby got upset at the moment my voice left my mouth, as my tone and volume was not pleasant. But they are deaf towards any sounds that is coming from inside the room. She proceeded to speak on the phone, saying that the door is locked and there is no response from inside the room, and she proceeded to give out our location. She wanted whoever that was on the other side of the phone to come over to unlock the door for them. Cut the story short, security came and I spoke to him, whilst comforting my baby, from inside the room while he was on the other side of the door. He quickly understood the situation and let me be. But the entitled mother seemed to be in her own world, as the security guard had to re-explain to her that someone is using the room. I heard the security guard repeat what he said twice in order to get that entitled mother to go to another baby room. After I was done, I kept my eyes peeled for any couple with a stroller, as if I could identify them. Ha! Story number 2, flip you, Karen! Ladies and gentlemen, I have a banger for you guys. The story is not only some really awesome petty revenge, and also a cool life lesson. Some backstory. My parents are rich, but don't worry, I'm not one of those spoiled rich kid types. We live in Arizona, near the border with California. We just got out of lockdown and life is adjusting back to normal. This is a mostly white and Hispanic community. The other races aren't really as common here, so we do our best to be hospitable to them. Also, there is a court case on this, so I'm not using real names because of some law. The actual story is an African-American couple moved in a few months back, and they're really nice. They always help out in the community, and we're all around nice people. They also threw really nice pool parties for everyone in the neighborhood. We had this thing where every 2 weeks or so we'd all get together for a party. They had a really nice backyard, so everyone looked forward to their turn. The husband traveled for work quite often, and his wife always wanted to go with, so they needed someone to watch their house while they were gone. They knew me, and I was trying to save up for a car. My parents offered to buy me one, but I wanted to earn it myself. This was how the next few months passed. Enter the entitled family. The father was kind of entitled, but after interacting with him a few times after this, I realized he's a pretty chill dude and just goes along with whatever his wife says. When they first arrived, they got on everyone's nerves by calling the homeowners association on almost every house on the block. Their kids, who are teenagers, are even worse. Rarely were they invited to the parties. For this reason, they were constantly sneaking into people's yards to play. They didn't have much of a yard. They were always caught, and the police were called several times, but they always worked their way out of it. I have no idea how. Anyway, the nice couple from before called me and said they were leaving in a few days and would be gone for 3 days. I accepted, and the first day went smoothly. As I was cleaning the house the second morning, I noticed the backyard was all messed up, but I distinctly remembered cleaning it up the night before. I checked the security cameras, and it turns out the couple and their kids went into the yard after I went to bed. I don't think they knew I was there. The nice couple would be gone for another day, so I had the great idea to dump an excessive amount of chlorine in the water. For those of you who don't know, pool chlorine is a toxic chemical used to treat pools with algae. The effects don't last very long, but it gets the job done. I assumed the entitled mom and company would return that day, and if they didn't, the chlorine would be gone by the time the nice couple would get back, so no harm done. I was right. Around 2 in the afternoon, I see the parents boosting their kids over the gate, then climbing over themselves. They all were really hyped up about being able to do whatever they wanted, and all of them but the father just jumped right in. Splash. Instantly, they were all screaming in pain. Chlorine causes rapid hair and skin degeneration, so I knew they wouldn't be coming back anytime soon. I burst out laughing loud enough for them to hear outside, and their bright red faces suddenly paled. They all booked it out of there so fast, they should have tried to join the Olympic track team. The police were called, and I don't know by who. They arrived a little after the nice couple got back. The couple asked why I was laughing, and I showed them the security footage and told them what I'd done. Pretty soon, they were laughing right along with me. The police arrive at the house, and I repeat the process. The police don't laugh, but I think they were just holding it in. They went over to the house and questioned the entitled family, who lied their asses off. Even though the cops can see the chlorine effects all over them, they ask if the nice couple wants to press charges, and the guy grins and says, "Absolutely." There is more to the story, like the court case, but I can't legally publish it until the case is over and becomes public record. Let me know if you want to hear about that, and hopefully you learn something too. Peace. Story number 3, the kid next door used binoculars to peer into my window. Some backstory. My neighbors have 3 boys, all under the age of 7. In my first encounter with the mom, she promptly tells me, not asks, that her kids wander. I naively thought that meant there might be the odd rogue ball episode or something, so don't protest at the time. Our yards are unfenced and we share a driveway. Oh boy, was I wrong. My yard, back deck, front garden, and even the inside of my house were seen as an extension of their space. The boys would even have sword fight tournaments on my back deck, just off my kitchen. The parents would literally do nothing. I was put in a position many times to ask for more privacy, as it was affecting my work and a general sense of well-being, as I am a very private person. It took some pushing, but finally things got a bit better. But they still wander, however, to a level I am not willing to cause drama over. This past early winter, I decided to put in security cameras. I live alone in a not-so-great area, and I wanted some peace of mind. I also wanted to document encroachment in case it got bad again. In that time, the cameras have picked up a lot of encroachment from kids, but I did not raise the issue because the relationship with the parents is peaceful and I wanted to keep it that way. Fast forward to yesterday. My camera picks up a clip of the middle kid peering into my window with a pair of binoculars. I send the clip to the parents explaining one of my cameras picked it up and that I am not comfortable with this behavior. It is inappropriate and an invasion of my privacy. They send a note back saying he was only trying to see if I was home so he could say hello. Then insisted on knowing more about my security cameras, what they can see, and if they pick up the kids playing in their yard. I explained that they don't, as they only pick up motion in my yard, but if the kids are in my yard, which they are a lot, they are recorded. The parents are insisting I take the cameras down. The lesson is, entitled parents raise entitled children. I am frightened to see what kind of adults these kids will turn into. Who knows if I will be here long enough to find out. This is John from /bash. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and want to see more of them, then hit that subscribe button. We would love for you to drop a like, share it with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one.